To Maria Loves to Talk. Yes, you guys and gals, I am doing a video today about what else? Coffee perfumes. Yes, why not? I love coffee like many of you guys. I need my coffee first thing in the morning to get me started. I didn't realize I had so many fragrances with coffee notes. Yes, I did go ahead and I ordered a few more. And this will be a part 1 and a part 2 video about coffee. So if this is something you're interested in, you love coffee like I love coffee, you want to know about what are the top coffee perfumes, please join me. And do not forget to click like and subscribe. Get you some snacks. And do not forget your coffee. Let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so starting from the beginning, as you see, these are some of the coffees that I drink, that we drink over here, that we love, that we have to have. And before I start, as you see, these are my favorite right here. These are some Hawaiian coffees. I think one is Musc, hazelnut, the original. I normally pick these up $5.99, regular $8.99 at Marshall's or Ross. I love it, I love it, I love it. And when I see it, I get 2 and 3 at the same time. Yes. My Supreme Colombian coffee. I picked this one up at Costco. It's really good. One of my friends who work as a demo lady there, she's been there about 10 years. Every time she does this one, you can smell it when you walk in the door. You can smell this coffee, and she's way in the back. Good, good, good. This is another Italian coffee I picked up. And then, of course, community coffee. The coffee for Creoles Cajuns of Louisiana. We grew up on this coffee at Grandma's house when I would go visit for the summer. Grandma always kept community. She used that little, I don't know what you call it, the little kettle or something, or the percolator. For some reason, you guys, I can't get my coffee to be like Grandma's. It never come out just like hers. And of course, when my coffee is weak, Nescafe. I add a little Nescafe or some Sanka to it. Yes, I have tried Folgers. I have tried Kroger's brand. I have tried Cafe Busto. But hey, I keep going to my favorites. Community and of course Costco. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So some information about coffee. Starting with top notes, and I'm learning too, because hey, all I know, if I like it, I like it. If it has I don't know, varnish and sugar and cinnamon and it smells good, I love it. Okay, top notes meaning first impression. What's your first impression when you smell a fragrance? What is the normally should last a couple of hours. Normally they don't. Okay, middle notes, that's the heart of your fragrance. Makes up about 40 to 80% of the total scent, and they can last anywhere for 2 to 4 hours. And that makes more sense. That's about right. I'm going to do some honorable mentions right quick, and I'm going to leave the other from my part 2. And I don't have all these. Mystic by Initio Parfums, Hilde Soliani, Bel Antonio Drink Caffe, Barista. I tried to get that one. I couldn't find it. It's supposed to be one of the top coffee fragrances. Barista by Legendary Fragrances. Caffeine by La Tillere Bahim. Matri Perfume. Let's see. This is called Santo Noble. Close Up. Olfacto Studios. Sebastian. Espresso Royale, Tio Cabanel, Cafe Cabanel. I couldn't get that one. And that is also one of the top coffee fragrances. Coffee Addict by Theodoros Kalonis. Okay, so those are some honorable mention. So I'm going to start with my first one, Sud Pacific Vanille Cafe video, which was like about 4 or 5 months ago. And most of these I smell. I'm not going to go through all of them. I will go through all of them, but I'm not going to smell all of them. I'll just tell you. I like this one. Now I read a couple of comments. People were complaining. It didn't last long. The coffee wasn't strong enough. To me, this is perfect. Okay. Moving on to my next one. I love Demeter. If you remember, I did the Demeter fragrances. I had like about 20 of them. I love Demeter. Okay, this one is Demeter Black Russian. Your top note is coffee, vodka, and sugar. And I love this the moment I smelled it, the first time I smelled it. Whew. You have to get you some Black Russian. Black Russian. Oh, wow, it's almost kind of like a bad, it's almost kind of like bad to say that word now, Russian. You know, you guys check out my video I did a couple months ago about Russia, Nigeria, and Saudi Arabia, and I'm not gonna. Well, yeah, I will peck myself on the back because if I don't, no one else will. I'm the only one that was talking about Russia. Okay, so moving on. Fresh brewed coffee by Demeter. This is coffee only, strictly coffee. Whew. Okay, someone was complaining. I love people who complain. Sometimes I can be a complainer. They were complaining Demeter fragrances do not last long enough. I don't know. You know, I'm a person that keeps reply. I will reply. It doesn't bother me to reapply my fragrances. Moving on. BohoBoco white flower coffee white flowers. Now I got this as a sample. And again, do not be scared or embarrassed or feel bullied to get your samples because a lot of these I picked up in a discovery set. So this one here is Middle Notes Coffee Cacao. I got that word right. Of course, white flowers. Someone said, or a couple people said it remind them of barista. So again, if you can't get hold to barista, coffee white flowers remind you of barista, Givenchy Play, and Black Opium Floral Shock, which I have that one. Okay. I'm liking this. It's sophisticated. This is the daytime. Gosh, it smells so yummy. This is definitely a yes. Definitely a yes. Again, that's BohoBoco coffee white flowers. Okay, moving on to my next one, Strangers Parfumerie, and this is roasted coffee. That's all it is roasted coffee. Deliver, okay, with that kind of name. And as you see, this is my first time trying it. Oh yes, gosh, that coffee is coming through. And I'm smelling a little of that honey also. This is a yes. Okay, that was coffee cigarette, roasted coffee cigarette by Stranger Parfumerie. Okay, her next one is called SM Caffe. And I ordered, I think like 10 of these. So I picked out the ones that was coffee. Okay. So this one is called Top Note Leather, Tobacco, and Atlas Sea. I'm liking this one. It's more refined, but I love the whiskey cigarette coffee. But this one is also good. Both of them, it's really a tie between the SM Caffe and the roasted coffee cigarette. It's a tie, but this is a little more refiner. Okay, moving on. This one, everywhere I went, everywhere I read, people was talking about Akro Awake. Akro Awake. And also I got this in a discovery set. So again, do not be scared to get your discovery set. But this is one of the top coffee fragrances, you guys. Coffee, cardamom, Italian lemon, and Haitian vetiver. And it's good. Not too strong. Will wake you up. And also for people who cannot drink coffee for whatever reason, wear your coffee fragrances. It will wake you up. And this is a yes. This one's a 10. A 10. And BohoBoco white flowers is a 10. Okay, moving on to my next one. This is called January Scent Project. And this was also in a discovery pack. This one is called Vaporocindro. It has okay, base notes, mahogany, coffee, and cumin. When I think about cumin, I think about cooking beans, okay? I'm liking this one. I would give this one between a 1 and a 5, definitely a 4. This, to me, all of the, maybe because I'm a coffee person, but they're all good. Okay, everybody know about this one. We all know. You all know how good this one is. And this is Good Girl by Carolina Herrera. And I think I picked this up. And I know y'all going to ask me, Maria, where you got these, where are you getting your little samples, your little vials? These, some of them, I did pick them up from Lucky Scent. No, I'm not their little spokesperson. And some from my new place that I found, called Fragrance Line. I think they're around Dallas and Dallas, Texas, Scent Split, and Perfume Court. So those are where I'm getting, and I'm not gonna, you know, hold out on you guys. I like to share my knowledge of what I know. I'm not gonna, because I go in some people pages and some perfume grandams, and they're not telling you where they get their perfumes, where they get their little samples, where they ordered it from. I mean, everything is like FBI top secret. But hey, it's all good. If you do not have Good Girl, you got to get Good Girl. Carolina Herrera, good job. That's a 10. Moving on. Okay. These fragrances, I had to get them. I already had them and I didn't know, because you know, check out my Bond No. 9 videos. This one is called So New York. This is plum, cacao, and coffee. Cacao, coffee, and plum. Those are the only 3 ingredients. And it is so good, so yummy, so after 5, anytime, anywhere, so sexy. Yes. This is definitely from a 1 to 5. It's a 5. Okay, moving on to my next one. Stop the yapping. Okay, my next one is New York Nights. Base, caramel, coffee, gardenia, and sea notes. New York Nights. Okay. No, I'm sorry. I love New York for all. You guys, I'm sorry. I love New York for all. This one, I never heard of this. Maroon, M-A-R-O-N, glaze, and cacao and coffee. And this one, I love it. It was sumptuous. Wish I could just spray it on myself. Ooh. This one is nighttime, date night. I guess that's why it's called I Love New York for All. This one's a yes. This is a 5.5. Okay, moving on to my next one. Now I'm to, I had to reorder this because I had one and I gave it to my sister-in-law. She does not love fragrances. She'll wear it occasionally. She works in a medical clinic, so they're probably not able to wear a lot of fragrance. So when she first smelled New York Nights, she was like, please, 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 sister, let me have it. Okay, so this one here, New York Nights, the base is caramel, coffee, gardenia, and sea notes. And it is for date night with your honey, with your boo-boo, special occasions. And again, this is someone, like I said, my sister-in-law, she's not into fragrances, but she has a good nose for things, and she's like, I gotta have it. So this is definitely a 5. Again, I love Bond No. 9. So my last one from Bond No. 9 is called New Haarlem, and it has, the middle notes is coffee and cedar. Everybody says it smells like the whipped cream with the Mrs. Butterworth syrup on your pancakes. This, you know, I was trying to think, because it's like a tie, which one I like the best, and I'm going to say out of those 4, because those are the 4 coffee notes from the bond number 9. So out of So New York, I Love New York for All, New Haarlem, and New York Nights, I'm going to go with the New York Nights, and I will go with I Love New York for All. Those are my top 2 out of that line. They're definitely 5s, and New Haarlem will come in as a 4.5. But they're all good. If you know anything, you know which one's the best, which one you like, which one you wear at night, please let me know. Okay, so moving on. My next one here is called, this is another top. You got to get it. Follow by Kerosene. And this came from, this is a top coffee note. Everywhere I went, I'm serious. I went to Reddit looking. I went to Fragnatica. I went to Perfume Notes, or everybody was talking about you have to get Follow and you have to get Awake. Okay, so let's see. This one's strong, you guys, but it's good. This is lasts 20 to 24 hours. Roasted coffee, vanilla, and maple sap. This is a 10. It's a 10. Moving on. Okay, this is by Hilde Soliani. Drink Caffe. This lady is known. She's an Italian perfume designer, creator. Most of her fragrances are like sweet, sugary, candy, whipped cream. Just really yum yum. Okay, so let's see. Yes, this is not a heavy coffee, but it's just right. It's kind of like when you put a lot of cream, you put that whipped cream, and I don't use a powder creamery. I have to have liquid cream, so this one is good too. Okay, so moving on to my next one. This one was kind of tough. This one's called Rhinoceros by Zoologist. This is incense and coffee. Now, I first had to look at it because there was another one that does not have coffee. This is the 2021. It does have coffee, and it is strong. Because, hey, you know what rhinoceros look like. You know what they smell like. Oh, yes. This is strong, but it's good. To me, this leans more to a dude. You know, that's to me. That's my point. If you know something, you have a comment, let me know. Moving on to my next one by Zoologist, and this is called Civet. The base note is balsam, civet, coffee, incense, and musk. Okay. Now, I like this one better than Rhinoceros. It's more refined. Rhinoceros, he was heavy. He was really heavy. Okay, so these are going to be my little honorable mentions. I'm going to go through these real fast. This one is called Minuit, or Minute, M-I-N-U-I-T, at Demi. Fragrance de Bois. This is, I don't know if she actually created it, but this is by the real famous perfume YouTuber, Demi Rollins. And I didn't even know. I was just looking at the ingredients, the notes, and then I started reading, and people said that she created this one. So this one, people said it reminded them of YSL Black Opium, Changing Constants, Dippity Q A Duel. So that's what they were saying about it. So let's see. I'm impressed. Yeah, this is definitely a yes, but if you can get it cheaper by getting Dippity Q A Duel, Changing Constants, go ahead and try. But I find this one to be impressive. I would give this one a 4, definitely a 4. Okay, so moving on, my next one, also a top that everyone's talking about it, and it's Carthusia Terra Mia. Okay, Carthusia Terra Mia is also a top coffee fragrance. Just right, not heavy. Now I'm not smelling a heavy coffee. It's just but it's good. It's refined. Okay, moving on to my next one here. Parfumerie Generale. This is Musc Māori. I'm smelling that coffee is coming through, and it's definitely a yes for me. Wow. Gosh. This is good. This one here, Musc, M-U-C-S, Māori, M-A-O-R-I. I don't know if I'm pronouncing, but it's good. This one's a 4, 4.5, maybe a 5. Moving on to my next one. It's called Azman, A-Z-M-A-N, Majnoon, M-A-J-N-O-O-N. This is a smoky oud. Okay. I don't know if you can see. It's really dark. It's really dark. It's strong. Okay, and I'm not really smelling so much of the coffee. I'm more smelling that woody oud, and it is smoky, but it's good. It's good if you like that kind of. I'm not really a big oud person. Okay, so my next one, the House of Oud, Grape Pearls. Okay, Grape Pearls. Okay, so this one here. This to me is fruity, jammy, like your grape, that jam, the preserve, but it's good. And if purple had a color, it would be this one. This is called Grape Pearls. I'm not smelling enough coffee for me, but hey, you know, that's me. Moving on to my next one. This one is called Majda, Bekhali. This is Fusion Saccharin Clair. Fusion Saccharin Clair. And on this one here, let's see. And it's also really dark. This one, yes. Right from here, I can just, ooh, goodness. This is definitely a yes. Okay, this one is Majda, M-A-J-D-A, Bekhali, Fusion Saccharin Clair. Very sophisticated, elegant, date night, sexy. It's a yes. Okay, moving on to my next. I'm getting to the end, you guys. Parfumerie Generale again. He makes some good fragrances. Cozy, C-O-Z-E. Fine, smooth. I'm not smelling a good bit of the coffee, but it's not strong. It's just kind of medium. This one here, I would give it a 3.5. It's not like the other one, the Fusion Saccharin Clair, but it's still good. Okay, now we're to my end. This one is called Histories de Parfums, 1969. Okay. And this is coffee and peach. I don't know, coffee and peach. And I'm smelling more of a peach than the coffee. I'm not getting a lot of coffee with the 1969. And then my last one, and it was really a fan favorite. Everywhere I went, people was talking about this one. In fact, Lucky Scent kept selling out of this one. So I was able to look up and get this one. Did I get it from Lucky Scent? Okay, yeah, I was able to look up on it. This one's called Shihan, S-H-I-H-A-N-E-D-P, by Piotr, P-I-O-T-R, Sazarki Marky. I'm just butchering this man's name. I know y'all gonna get me. But everybody was talking, I mean, it has so many good reviews. Oh, yes. This is good. For me, I'm not going to give it a 5. I would give it a 4. Maybe a 4 minus. This is more of an incense. Someone made a comment. It reminded them of Catholic Mass at church on the holiday, like during the Christmas. A few people said all they got was gingerbread. Let me see. I'm not getting really the gingerbread, but I'm getting the light incense, but I'm not getting the coffee note like I would want it. So I would give it a 4-, but I would say get you a sample. If you can get one, get one. Don't be scared. Don't be shamed. Do not feel bullied into that you have to come out with your big old bottles. Like I see some of the perfume divas with their big, I'm going to use this as an example. They big old bottle, and then they come back 2-3 weeks later trying to sell it on Macquarie or whatever. So, hey, you guys, I need you to leave me those comments and let me know, have you tried these fragrances? Do you have a big bottle? Which is the best? Which is the best coffee? For me, off the boat from all these that I did just now, bond number 9, period, bond number 9. I was impressed with BohoBoco white coffee, white flowers. Of course, I love my Demeter. Demeter is really fun fragrance. I love that Black Russian, and I said that when I did the Demeter fragrances a couple months ago. Of course, I love Good Girl by Carolina Herrera. I was impressed with the one by Minuit et Demi, the one by Demi Rollins. I was impressed with that one. And then, of course, I love the one by Majda Bekhali, Fusion Sacré Clair. So those were my favorites. And I like the Civet by Zoologist. Not so much the Rhinoceros. It reminded me too much of the big old Rhinoceros when they're out there doing their business and we're looking. Because one time we was at the zoo and almost got flashed. Yeah. Okay. So again, thank you for joining me and Maria Loves to Talk. Do not forget to click like and subscribe. Leave me those comments and let me know if you tried any of these fragrances. Go out and get you some. And also, which one of these coffees that you drink in the morning? Thank you. Stay blessed, happy, and healthy.